In this lesson, we're going to apply our 5 blocks: inward, outward, extended out, downward, and upward block. We're going to use the dummy. Okay, we're starting with inward blocks. We're going open hand, okay, striking inside the arm, and we could use our inward blocks working outside the arm. Now, use the outward block working inside the arm, and outward block working outside the arm. Okay, we could go ahead and work our extended out inside the arm and working extended outwards outside the arm. Okay, now let's go ahead and do our upward block. Okay, make that contact coming up with your forearm. That's your upward block. Okay, now let's do our downward block where you're striking down low. Okay, we're doing downward blocks. There you go. Okay. Welcome. We're going to, in this lesson, we're going to work our parries, okay? And parries are going to be defensive moves that we're going to redirect the attack, okay? We're going to work our inward and outward parries inside and outside the arm, okay? Inward parries with the palm of the hand inside the arm, okay? You're going to ride the attack, okay? And we're going to work inward parries outside the arm, okay? Now, outward parries with the back of the hand, okay? We're going to ride it back to the same shoulder, and we work outside the arms, okay? So again, we got inward parries, and inside and outside the arms, and outward parries, okay? Working outward parries outside, and then outward parries inside the arm, okay? Make sure you get your base strong when you practicing your parries, okay? Hi, in this segment, I'm going to go over double parries with you guys, okay? We've learned our single. Now we're going to double up with our inward and outward, going inside and outside the arm, okay? So we're going in and then follow with the outward. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, in, out. This is outside the arm, and work the other side, in, out, in, out. Now we work that in, out, inside the arm, in, out, and in, out. Okay, now I could go work the double, okay, working all around. Okay, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And continue to practice on the arms. Okay, that's. Hi, in this lesson we're going to work on some of our basic strikes, and it's going to be with the tight fist. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the horizontal punch. And we're working this going to the midsection. Okay, there you go. Now, we could go ahead and use our vertical punch. Okay, and you know how vertical punches are designed for targets that's going to be higher than your shoulder. So it'll get your wrist, give it more strength and power when you're striking. Okay, so it's not going to turn on you. There you go. Now we use that vertical punch going up to the face. Okay, you could use the vertical punch going to the midsection also. Okay. Now we're going to use our hammer fist, okay? That's when you're striking with this part of the fist. That's your hammer fist going on top, okay? And also we're going to use our back fist, okay? When we're striking with the back of the fist. Now these strikes could be done to the midsection, your hammer fist, your back fist, okay? That could be even done down low with the hammer, back fist coming down low, okay? So working our punches, vertical. Okay, working our horizontal punches, working our back fist on top, and working our hammer down low on top. Okay, now let's go there. Hello, in this lesson we're going to work some open hand strikes. Okay, let's start with the heel palm strike, where you keep the thumb tucked in, keep the fingers together. Okay, we're going to bend the fingers a little bit so in case they get hit on top they can roll. Okay, and we're going to strike with the palm of the hand. Okay, going straight on top. This is going to be face level. Okay, now if you do the heel palm strikes to the body, we could turn the fingers over. Okay, and work it midsection. There you go. Okay, heel palms could be done in different path coming up also. Instead of a straight line, maybe you go horizontal, but we still strike it with the palm of the hand. Okay. Now let's go then work the claw. With the claw, your weapon changes, okay? Because you're using the palm of the hand to strike on top of the target, and then you're going to use the fingers to tear down. Okay, so we're coming on top, okay, and working our claws. Okay, and you go. Or we could work the claws down low, coming up. Now make sure every time as you strike, you're going to strike and lift up as you do your claws. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and go with our hand swords. Okay, hand swords, you hit them with the edge. Keep the fingers together. Okay, and we're doing the inward hand sword. There you go. Okay, good. Now when you do ridge hand, okay, you're going with this edge. Keep the thumb tucked in, roll it in, and use the ridge hand. There you go. All right, we could go to the midsection with that also. Okay. Now let's go ahead and apply these. Hi, today we're going to work some elbow strikes. These are your short range weapons, and these are the strongest weapons that you have. Okay, make sure anytime you strike with the elbow, you're going to keep this gap closed. Okay, so you got one solid unit. Okay, let's go ahead and start with inward elbow. Okay, we're going inward, striking in. That's your inward elbow. Okay. Now let's go ahead and work our outward elbow. Outward elbow when you're striking out. Let's say over your shoulder. There you go. That's your outward elbow, palm of the hand facing down towards the ground. Okay. Now we have back elbow. And back elbow where you kind of feel your ribs with your forearm. Okay, going back and you go palm of the hand facing up. That's your back elbow. Okay. Then we have our upward elbow. Upward elbow, you can work it inside the arms, okay, and go ahead and make contact with the arm coming up. Okay, there you go. Okay, we're doing the actual upward elbow. It's coming all the way up, all the way up. Okay, so we have our inward, outward, okay, and then we have the upward, and then you have your back elbow. Back elbow. Again, inward elbow. Inward elbow, okay, then we have outward elbow, we have upward elbow, okay, and we have our back elbow, okay. Now let's go. Hi, in this lesson we're going to continue with our elbow strikes. We've gone over inward, outward, upward, and back elbow, and we're going to add a couple other elbow strikes, okay. One is a overhead. You could call it the overhead downward. Okay, that's when the elbow strike is coming from top. Okay, we're striking down. Okay, so we're going above the target and coming down. Okay, now the other one is going to be obscure, and it's obscure because your opponent is not going to see it coming up. So if, close to the body, and it's just a lifting move. Okay, that's your obscure elbow coming up. Okay, and you could have palm of the hand facing away from you. Okay, coming up. That's your obscure. Okay, another elbow strike is your we call it flapping elbow, which it has a lot of similarities to your inward elbow strikes. Okay, we call it flapping because you could sometimes just throw it in a different path instead of horizontal, maybe a downward angle. So going this way. Okay, so we could check and strike down. And flapping. Okay, so again we had the overhead elbow strikes, okay, and we had the obscure, okay, and you could switch and work it on the other side, work your obscure, okay, and we had the flapping going in this path. Okay, now let's go then. In this lesson, we're going to do some blocking and striking at the same time. Okay, we've gone over some basic striking and some basic blocks. Okay, now we could just put them together. So practice it on a dummy that way. Okay, let's start our outward block with a vertical punch. Okay, so we could work it inside the arm as we're going outward with a punch, working it on both sides. Okay, and work it outside the arm where we block and punch. Okay, block and punch, and we go outside the arm on the other side. Okay, where you're blocking and punching. Okay, now we can just move around the dummy and work this strike. Okay, There you go. Okay. Now you could go ahead and do this, sink a little bit lower maybe in your stance and do your upward. So again, now we're working upward and strike. Be in your horse stance, working your upward and strike. Okay. Or you're extended out and strike. And working outside, upward strike. Okay. Or you extended out and strike. Okay. Let's go with the up. Okay. Going up, and going outside this side. Okay. Upward and strike. Okay. Or we could go and work on extended out as you come across and strike. Come across. Okay. Now let's go ahead and apply this on the Hello. Now in this lesson, we're going to do our double parries and strike. Okay. Now we're going on a 4 count doing the strike. You did your inward outward. Now we could use our inward outward check and work the punch on top. Okay. Now let's go ahead and work that inside the arm. In out check punch. In out check punch. And in out check punch. Okay. Working outside this arm and working inside the arm. Okay, so in, out, and work the check with the strike coming on top. Now we could go then use the strike going to the midsection. So if you work your in, out, check, punch, and you go into the body. Okay, working inside the arm, in, out, check, punch, in, out, check, punch, or roll out and work outside this side. Okay, and you could continue to practice it. Okay, and make sure you get your base strong. Hi, today's lesson we're going to work on inward, outward, and we're going to roll it down as a back fist, okay? So we're going 3 count strikes, okay? Again, you've done your double parries when you go inward, outward. You're just going to roll it down with the back fist, okay? And make sure you stay in contact with your right hand, okay? So if you're going to be doing any trapping down low, okay, you could go ahead and use that. So don't lose the contact. So working inward, outward, and we roll it down. Okay, now we could go then go inside the arm, inward, outward, back fist, inside the other arm, inward, outward, and back fist. Okay, and we go outside the left, going inward, outward, and back fist. We just roll it down. Okay, now you can go ahead and practice it outside, inside, and outside. Okay, again, out and working in, and then roll it back. Okay, and continue all the way around the dummy. Okay, and let's go then. Okay, in this lesson we're going to work universal block. We've already done our 5 basic blocks. Now universal block, it's a combination of your inward and your downward. Okay, now as you work the downward with the right hand, you can work the inward with your left hand, and you switch it, right inward, left downward. So as you can see, we're applying the universal block here. It's also called in the open end triangle, which you got the 2 sides and the 3rd side is open. That's where you catch the attack. Okay, now we could do the universal going outside. Okay, working outside. There you go. Now if you're practicing this from a fighting stance, okay, if you're working this way with your front hand being up, that means the attack is coming to the front of your body. Okay, if you're working it this way with your rear hand being up doing the inward block with your front hand doing the downward, that means the attack is coming to the outside of the body. Okay, so in and out. We work it from a horse stance. Okay, inside and outside, inside and outside, universal block. Okay, now this lesson we're going to work on some leg checking. Now using the dummy, okay, we could go then do the leg check using some of our stances, okay, or do the leg check using some foot maneuvers, okay, and use a strike. Okay, let me go ahead and show it to you. Now, okay, your closed kneel or reverse closed kneel, okay, where you come in, check with the knee, okay, and then you could reverse close and use the reverse closed kneel to do the leg check. Switch other side, okay, coming in with the left and with the right. Switch to this side, using your close and reverse, and switch to the other side. Okay, that's your closed kneel and reverse closed kneel. As you see, when I'm doing the leg check, I try and keep contact on top with the arm, checking the upper body. Okay, so now another way of doing this leg check, okay, let's say if you're off of a fighting stance, okay, using a foot maneuver like a crossover, and you're checking that front leg, okay, and switch other side, you could use the crossover, okay, and check that front leg. Especially if you got an opponent that got a happy front leg, likes to throw a lot of kick with that front leg, you go there and use that leg check. Okay, again, going with the crossover, there you go. Okay, and use that leg check. Okay, now let's go with that. Hi, today we're going to work on some other foot maneuvers, foot strikes. Okay, we're going to do buckles and sweeps, okay, also heel kicks going down low, and scoops. Okay, now heel kick, let's say it's a strike that we could go up and it goes straight down, up and down. So you kind of leave the body weight on the leg, so as it shoots up, it goes down. Okay, now scoop, okay, it's like a circle that we're going to, let's say, catch here on the upward part of the circle where you're coming out, okay, and you're scooping out. Okay, now your buckle or your sweep, okay, that's when you shoot the leg in, okay, and then you're going to put the heel down and lock the knee, So at the same time that you shoot it through the target, okay, you're going to put the heel down and buckle down also, okay. Try and keep your back straight as much as you can, okay. So now we could go ahead and work some of these buckles, heel kick, and work the other side, heel kick, and work our scoop coming up, or scoop coming up the other way as we move around the dummy, working the scoop, okay, and work the buckle, heel kick up, work the buckle, and heel kick up. Okay, now let's go in. Hi, today I'm going to actually take you through a self-defense techniques. Now, in our previous lessons, we've gone over a lot of basic fundamentals, okay? For those of you guys that are watching this and you're familiar with the American Kenpo Karate, okay, then some of the techniques that I'm going to take you through, you're familiar with it. If not, then you could go then get the DVDs on self-defense techniques and get familiar with the techniques, then you could apply them to the dummy. Okay, we're going to go over gathering clouds. Gathering clouds is a technique that is for a right punch coming at you. So if you check the punch and strike at the same time with the vertical going to the midsection, okay, and then we'll round up with the chop going to the midsection. Now you close the gap with the step through and your inward collapsing elbow coming to the body. As you can see, the left hand is going to be checking on top. Okay, now right from here, okay, we go ahead and check, and as you work your slicing, eye strike, and you're going to scoop coming out, okay, you go work your vertical punch for your finishing, okay. So again, we step off, check, strike, chop, come in, collapsing as we buckle down low, okay, stretch them out, and then we go ahead and check, come on top as we scoop, and come out. Now you can finish with the vertical punch if you like, okay. Now let's go ahead and pick it up a little bit faster. We move off, check, hit, come on, hold, scoop out. One more time, check the punch, come in, chop, and scoop out, coming up, finish with the punch. Okay, now we could go ahead and apply this technique on the action. Hi, today I'm going to take you through another technique. This one is called parting wings. Okay, and again, it's a combination of some of the basic fundamentals that you've worked on the dummy. Now we put it together, okay? Now, parting wings is designed for a two-hand high push, okay? So let's say we have the arms coming. You're in your fighting stance with your left leg up front. You come up with a double extended out, working inside the arms. Okay, now right from here, as we check with the left, we shoot in the heel palm down low, okay, as we rotate the body, and then we're going chop, okay, going up to the upper body, to the face or to the throat, and then when we check, we're going with the reverse punch going to the midsection, okay? So again, you stepping back, double block, heel palm down low, chop, and then punch down low, okay? That's your parting wings. Again, step back, block, heel palm, chop, and punch, okay? Now we go. Okay, today I'm going to take you through this technique that's called 5 swords, okay? I'm just going to do part of this technique on the dummy, okay? Now, 5 swords is for right punch coming at you. So we'll go ahead and do the inward block inside the arm, okay, as we move the target, which is your face, out of the way, okay? And as you can see, my left hand is continuing to check that mid-arm, so I'm just checking that zone, okay? Block, okay, now we'll work the chop. Off the block, work the chop. Okay, going to the upper body. Now rotate the body and we go with the heel palm to the face. Okay, then as your left hand drops down low to check. Okay, now we're shooting that uppercut going to the midsection. Okay, so again, we step up, block, inward block, chop, and heel palm. Okay, and then work it going to the body. Okay, now you could do this from a natural stance, or you could be in your right fighting stance to begin with. Let's go ahead and pick up some speed and work this technique. Okay, so we step in, block, chop, heel palm, and uppercut. Again, step in, block, chop, heel palm, and uppercut, going to the body. Okay, let's go ahead and apply.